In this video, I'm going to explain about the sales module. Here, if you see that I'm going to explain about each module wise submodules. There's the masters, transactions, reports, and dashboards. Now, so initially I'll explain the overall flow of this particular sales cycle. These are all the masters. So mainly products and other masters like customer, discounts, price list, and all. And products will have initial setup. That is one time we have to do it. That is called the product groups, product category, product subgroups. And similarly for customer master, we need to update. It's a one time updation like location group, price group, customer category, and payment terms. These are all the masters. And similarly, there is a transactions. It starts from sales quotation. When a customer requires any product, initially we'll offer a quotation that is called like, and this will be converted into a sales order once customer has confirmed this particular order. That is, we enter into the application as a sales order and we deliver through DCs, and later we'll submit a invoice or a bill to the customer. Once the invoice is posted, sales JV will be created in the account finance module. Similarly, in case of if a customer is not satisfied with the products, so he may return to the company. That is called sales return process. So once it is taken to the application, on posting it, again it gets generated like a credit note is generated. It is integrated like this. It is integrated with the finance module. And all these transactions through a process, there is a workflow mechanism like verification entered by the one person and verification process goes through the next person. That is called he will review and approve. Similarly, posting concept. Once document is posted, it cannot be altered. So I will take you through the application. Here, I'm going to log in. Here is the application. When we have to log into the application here. This is the URL. Using login credentials, we log into the application. You can see the dashboard. This is nothing but landing pages, we call it. And these are the menus. You can see all these are the menus and modules and submodules. Now we are going to see the sales module. This is the menu. Under that, there are submodules like masters, as I explained you, masters here, and transactions. So initially, one-time setup, what we said, no, that is called nothing but a product setup. We can see here the product group, product categories, and subcategories. So whenever we want to add a new, we can update here through the record and save it. And similarly, sales setup. And here you can see the customer categories, price group, location group, and payment terms. Now let us see the actual master data, customers. Here it is listed all the customers. Whenever you want to add a new customer, click here and see. These are all the mandatory information needs to be updated wherever it is applicable. Here is a price category, location, any discount, and other contact information. So here we'll see the sample on customer review. Let us see. Here, now I'm taking as one of the example like HP computers is a distributor, transactions through currency INR and contact information, and applicable price category is a manufacturer, and discount will be given for him 10%, and applicable GST code and other contact information. Whenever any order placed by this customer, there is a standard discount of 10% will be applicable. Optionally, he can make a change during the order taking collection. And here you can see the discounts. So for discounts also for customer, this is the place where we define the discounts to the customer, standard discounts, if any information, and with effect from and price list and other information. Now similarly, we'll see the product master. Here product, list of all products we have here. So all these things categorized through fall under one of the category. So see, if you look at this, when it is all, will not be able to add any of the customer under, sorry, any product under this category. So once we select one of the categories, add new is enabled. So we'll be able to create record or new product. Let us take example, Dell laptop. So we can define like mandatory information. This is a product name, applicable HSN code, unit of measure, and standard percentage, GST percentage, and sales posting account. So we can provide a standard rate in the master itself, so that whenever we take order, this standard rate will automatically appear in the document. So more details, if you want to capture the make, model, type, all those things come under specifications and relevant information. And there are some products which are intermediaries. If it is applicable based on the client requirement, we provide that additional information. These are the stocks. There is one time we enter into the application. Sample I'm taking one of the product called Dell laptop. So here you can see that there is a closing stock of 1399 is available. So during the transactions, we'll see the how it will deplete from the stocks. Now let us get into the actual transaction. Here, sales details. So as I mentioned, the application transaction starts from the quotation. I'm going to create a new quotation. Here you can see this document series, how it is generating. 25 is the current financial year, which is reflecting from here. And CORP is the branch where the transaction is being taken. Here is the corporate office. And QSQTN, it is a sales quotation. This is the document number. It is auto-generated by the system. The current date automatically captured. So now I'm going to enter the customer detail. So I'm taking the HP computers as a customer, and all relevant information, customer related information will be popped up here. You can see in the pop-up. Any references that can be entered here, note or related, reference date, and any terms, payment terms, any other information which we can submit here. And as soon as we pick the customer, relevant information get updated automatically. So consignee details, nothing but supply address based on the master data, it will pop up here, will be stored. Applicable taxes appear here. Now I'm just saving as a header. So actual product has to be updated. Here, when I refresh, you can see this document number on current date. We can see it. Now I'm going to add line items. Nothing but product. Here now we are in the process of creating a sales quotation. See, now once again I'll take you through. Here just now we have entered the sales quotation head where we are going to add line item. This is nothing but product. So by clicking here add new, we can see the same document number of header appear here, and line item is a product. Now I'm taking the laptop. The moment I pick it up, immediately respective data appearing from the masters. See, GST is configured at 28%, and rate also, standard rate has appeared here. Now I need to mention that what is the quantity required, means nothing but quotation which I am giving them to the customer. And standard discount for this particular HP computers customer, that is also appearing here from the master. Taxes gets calculated upon the saving the record. Now I am inserting it. See, now you can see this data. So at the rate out of total quantity multiplied by the quantity, the total value is appearing here. Now let's go back and show you the quotation with the GST. See, quotation to the customer, quotation number and date, and the discount, net value, and the net value, what is the IGST, and total value is appearing here. Now this process, as I mentioned you, now through your workflow. Now and data is entered, next verification process, and then take it to the approval and process and posting. The moment I verified, it is moved to or vanished from this list and moved to verified. Here, since I am demonstrating in the same login, I'm able to see the three processes like verification, approval, and posted. In the real case, respective users will have access to this document and they will review and do accordingly. and users can review the previous user notes, whatever they updated in the application. So he can review this total value, how it is appearing. And document posted. See, document, this information also displaying here. Now we can look at this document. So it becomes read only. Okay. And now next process. So sales order. I mean, once we give the quotation to the customer, he will review and place through a purchase order is nothing but in the application, we call it as sales order. I'm going to enter a sales order here. In the same process as a document series earlier, 25 is the financial year, CORP is the branch. Now here the document differentiation is sales order and document number. So now I am going to consider the order received from the customer, that is called HP computers, and reference date and the delivery date, nothing but due date, which I mentioned here. I have just entered the header. Header got created. Now I can pick it from the previous document. Here, if you look at this sale, now I made a sale, prepared a sales order. I will pick the quotations given to this particular customer. We are in the process of creation of sales order, picking the quotation into the sales order. Now we'll see here. So this is the order which we had entered. Now let us pick quotations. What are all the quotations given to the customer will appear on this list. We can see there is a we have given quotation for 16. Now he has placed an order for 10 quantity. I just submit and lines get inserted automatically and I can see the order template printout. So, and now this process, any documents which are there, we can attach it here. The physical document, which whatever we received through mail or relevant information can be attached here. Now this process of approval, like initial verification, well, here also similar way. Once the document is posted, you cannot modify. Now We can deliver these products or goods to the customer through a DC. So earlier it was a DC. Nowadays people are not using the DC. Directly we can raise invoice, bill, and send the goods along with the goods. So now here also same process. If you look at this, sales quotation we have done and sales order and DC, earlier it was there. Now directly we are raising invoice on the same customer. So here I'm going to enter customer. Everywhere, if you notice, there is a credit limit whenever we pick a customer, ledger balance, and unposted debits, pending invoices. All this information appearing in there as a pop-up. So invoice type, it is a domestic and B2B transaction. So I've just created a header. So always, everywhere we can keep track of transaction history. Once we after pick the data, it will appear here. Now I'm picking the sales order. What are all the orders I placed? See, recent one, 10 quantity. Now I'll be able to deliver only 6 quantity. Billing for 6 quantity. Here you can see this tax invoice printout. Based on the customer need, we can format accordingly as per customer requirement. Here I want to show you supply thread. So everywhere we can keep track of this. So now we made an invoice for 6 quantity, whereas order you received for 10 quantity. So out of 6 executed, balance 4 quantity. Similar way, we can see this. This order is placed because of there is a quotation given for 16. Out the customer has placed for quantity 10. There is a balance of 6 quantity. Since the process again, verification. See, now look at this. The sales JV has been created in the application. So as we discussed, once we post this invoice, sales journal will be created in the finance module. Now we'll see there. Here in the finance module, we can see the journals. Sales JV. See, you can notice this here. HP computers. This thing. And for accounts people, also they need not ask the salespeople, and there is a account thread. Simply they can see the transactions. Complete thread. Now here also similar way, there is a concept called posting. It is vanished and directly it is posted. Sale JV print, you can see it. Now let us see the customer ledger, how it is reflected. See, 2811 to sales products. The sales JV has been created for 1,85,242. So similarly, one more transaction, we'll check it out. The sales return. Here you can see this sales return. And before that, I want to show you product ledger. I will show you once. So this is the return which I am taking it. So now I entered a sales return head. So now I will be able to pick from the sales invoices. What are the invoices or goods sent to this customer? I can see it. And from then, so here, the what is the recent transaction? So out of six, I have placed, right? Now they are returning it one quantity. So lines got inserted. Similar way, you can see this complete print option. There is one quantity, the rate which we quoted, same rate with including GST. Now the process, authorized person will review and post it. Once it is posted, credit notes gets generated. So we can see the credit note in the finance module. See here, HP computers and current date. You can take a printout and send to the customer. And now, since we have delivered the goods, we collect payment receipt bank through a bank receipt. Right here, we can select it to which bank, what's the transaction. Suppose let us think, let us assume that customer has given a part payment of 80,000 part payment through NEFT or UTR information instrument date. So once posted, accounting transaction, you can see the ledger now. Customer ledger. See, sales product, sales JV got created for this, and there is a credit note created for one quantity through a written process, and payment of 80,000 received, that also entered here. This is a bank receipt transaction, right? Similarly, we'll see the products. The product which we have sold, that Dell laptop, right? We can see Dell laptop. Closing balance is this. So all the transactions, we can see this. Now we have completed the entire transaction process, one cycle of sales, sales quotation to sales order, DC, invoice, and also sales returns. Now let's see the reports. Now let's see the product ledger. Let's click here and see the product, what we sold, the transaction. This is the normal information. This is the branch, product, and the UAM, opening stock this much, and closing stock, opening value, and closing stock and closing value. Now if I see the detailed information, the transactions of a particular date wise, we can see it through this JV. There are 6 quantities are sold, and similarly there is this else return of one quantity. And similarly, we can see the dashboards, sample dashboard, which we are showing you here, like many other important information can be put up here as a dashboard. So this is the overall cycle. Even at the quotation level, we can see the tracking. Everywhere we can see the supply thread. So here the forward process, transaction, enter transaction, the thread we can see through this process. Sales quotation received for 16, executed 10, and there is a balance of 6. Similarly, sales order placed for 10 quantity, executed 6, sales invoice, and there is a balance of 4 quantity. Here similarly, invoice made for 6 quantity and executed 1. There is a balance of 5, and there is a sales return of 1 quantity, right? So this is the overall flow of a sales cycle. Thank you.